Hello everyone, how you doing? I hope you're well. Thank you for clicking on the channel and indeed this interview. I really appreciate your support. As always, while you're here, and if you haven't already, why not hit that subscribe button and that notification bell as well. Today I am joined with Wayne Dobson, a Durham-based actor who's been casted in Wicken, Snatch and Sanity, and most recently the super popular Happy Valley Series 3. Wayne, thank you so much for joining me. How are you doing?
Thank you very much, mate, for having us on. Spot on, mate. Thank you, and yourself.
I'm very, very well. Thank you very much, and appreciate you coming on to talk all about Happy Valley. It's very, very popular at the minute. But just before we get to that, let's go right back to the beginning. Just exactly how did you get into acting?
Started at school when I was at school doing like drama clubs, etc. But then I took that off, and then I went off and into the big world and started working. And it was only the last 9 to 10 months I got back into acting. And really, it's only been nine months.
Wow. But obviously, you've only been doing it 9 months and you're already in Happy Valley. That is really, really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
But what were you doing in between, like you say, acting at school and acting now? What was your day job then?
I went off, first year I went off, left school, went to college in Dublin, to go and work for my dad's company. And then I gave that up and went on to become a mechanical fitter to work on and offshore on oil rigs and oil refineries. I'd done that up until last January, February.
That's a very different kind of life, isn't it, to acting?
It is.
So how was the crossover from doing that to acting? What was the sort of thing that got you back into it?
I've always had a thing in the back of my mind. I should have stuck at acting because I feel more comfortable when I'm being centre of attention and just being myself, and I'm more of a bubbly person. So once I had the opportunity to do that, and that was I just knew from that day on, I was like, this is what I really want to do for the rest of my life and as a career.
That's really, really
Nothing
good.
else couldn't really get into the mix of how I felt that day when I was doing Happy Valley to what I was doing before.
I could imagine. And who inspires you?
There's a few really, like Stephen Graham. I think he's a phenomenal actor. Obviously, Jason Statham because he's English. It's a few really. It all varies depending on what I'm watching and what I'm enjoying at the moment in time.
I love Stephen Graham as well. I read a post about obviously his early life yesterday on Facebook, as you mentioned, and I thought, oh, that's so sad. But then look at what he's become after everything he's went through, and he just comes across a really nice bloke as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So obviously you've just mentioned there about obviously working on the rigs. So then when it comes to an audition, how do they usually go, and how do you prepare yourself for one?
Usually I get an email or a message off my agent saying you've been invited to for a self-tape, because it's usually self-tape now because of obviously the COVID and that. But all I'm used to is self-taping anyway, but usually to get sometimes actually for live auditions to learn the script and then go down to do it live in front of them. But all the ones I've had is mainly self-tapes where I get the script, learn the script, do a self-tape, and then send the self-tape off to my agent, and then they send it off to whoever it needs to go to them.
So your agent does all the sending back and forward, you just literally record it?
Yeah.
That takes a lot of pressure off you, doesn't it?
And of course, when I first started, I was doing it all myself, through Mandy, etc. And then I got Spotlight, and then obviously I got the agent before I got Spotlight, but I'm still finding a lot more work myself as well, so it's all good.
Oh, that's class, that, mate. And
you don't really need an agent to get any work, if that makes sense.
Yeah, certainly does. What is a typical day like on a set? I'd imagine every day is different, but do you have a routine that you kind of stick to?
Not really. Things can change at a drop of a hat. You could be sat there for 8 hours doing nothing, and then within a blink of eyes, saying come on, you're on, you ready? And then the next day you could be sat there for 2 minutes, just get sat down for a cuppa, and then come on, you're straight on set. You need to get your makeup done and poof, you're on.
Wow, is it quite hard as well, just sitting there kind of expecting and anticipating, like, when am I going on, if I'm going on?
It is, but so I'm used to sitting about waiting around going for it. Anyway, you're on the oil rigs and verifying, that's all you really usually do anyway. You're waiting for permits and that, so.
Can you remember what it was like working on your first set? What was that like?
Happy Valley, though.
Was it?
It was totally different, because how I got into Happy Valley is totally different from what people think, because people think, oh, you went down as an actor. So I went down as an extra at first.
All right.
And I got picked out of half a dozen people to be a featured role. So the director, Fergus, he seen the potential in us and then told us to stay back one night, and we spoke about where I want to be in the future and stuff like that, and passed emails about. And then he's like being my guardian, really. He's like my guardian angel for getting us where I am today.
That's wonderful, mate.
And then after my first 2 days on Happy Valley, I had James Norton applauding us for my first ever gig, and no one could believe it was my first ever time in acting.
Mm. And what was it like working on an already established series, like in Happy Valley as well? Obviously, it was on series 3, is that right? And was it episode 2 you were in? So,
it was, yeah. What
was it like working on an already established series like that?
It was amazing, to be honest. We had the trailer, and food, everything was just there for you, really. And then when you actually got on the set, because it was set in Shrewsbury prison, we got closed down a couple of years ago, everything was just ready set up for you.
Really?
And the food's not real either. Well, it is real, but it's been there for days.
And what was it like, so who were some of your favourite people to work with there? Not just in Happy Valley, but on all the things you've kind of worked on.
I haven't really worked on many, a lot of main focus actors are Snatch and Fanty's got a few, but it's got Sandy off Gogglebox, it's got Silver off Hollyoaks on, and a few others, and them they were the sound tip, because when we done our script read last weekend, got to know them, they were really nice. Everyone's really nice, to be honest with you. Everyone's you become like a family.
Yeah.
And you're all sticking together, you all help each other. If you get sick or something, everyone just sits down and speaks to each other. And James Norton is amazing.
That's lush.
Happy Valley. And all the cast of all the other films that I've been in, everyone's just been there, and they still are there if I need any advice or anything. We've become like a family.
That's lovely, mate. And what were Wicken and Snatch and Sanity about? I know you just mentioned Snatch and Sanity. What were them two actually about?
Snatch and Sanity is about the Mark Dugan who was shot in 2011.
Right.
And in Tottenham, he caused all the riots and that. So it's about that. So, and then it's 10 years after that as well. So that's going to be really, really good. That Wiccan's about a witch, and then a family, the mum and dad have to go back and find the daughter, if that makes sense, because the daughter's been sort of possessed, sort of thing.
Wow, that's you work on some quite dark storylines, don't you?
Yeah.
Would you ever work on a cheerful set? But I suppose they're the ones that get everybody hooked, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then what is the lowdown with your character, and what was your role on Happy Valley as well?
So on Happy Valley, I was playing the prisoner, and if any of you have watched it, you'll see they looked at me and James give each other. You know that there's something going to go down, so we planned something ahead. So the other prisoner who was started being a bit shouty to us, I took them over, start chewing onto each other, so it causes a distraction, so Tommy can get the phone in off the other chef. So that was so the prison guards didn't see what was going on. That caused a diversion, so I helped them out.
That was good fun, though. I mean, I bet it was probably weird working on in an old prison, like you just said as well. I bet it was weird, but I bet it was good fun.
It was creepy, but it was hilarious. Man, I had bruises all up my back.
Did you?
Stu started getting a bit too into it, I think he was. Just pointing up against that wall.
Oh, no way. Were you alright, though, after that?
Oh, yeah, it was fun and giggles.
And how do you learn your lines? Is there a system to it? Because I could imagine, like, and some scripts are ridiculously long. How do you break it down so you don't forget any of it?
I tend to obviously highlight my lines, and then I record myself in the role I'm playing, and then I like close my eyes and then play it backwards with the headphones on. Because if you think, I thought the way back, you know, when you sing a song off about 15 years ago and you still know the lyrics.
Yes.
So it's subconsciously in your mind, if you like close your eyes and you listen to it, it just becomes, and then you go into go and do the same. It's there.
So there's no like flashcards hidden on walls or anything like that.
Unless I've got to put a self tape in with it. If I get a self tape on a Friday night, it's got to be in by like 9 a.m. Saturday morning, and then I'll probably do some cheats. But
it is cool, isn't it?
Got like 4 or 5 days to learn. That's how I do it. Other people's different. I've been told other people's I just read. But I'd much prefer to go along with day-to-day life with some headphones in, with a constant in my head. That
is really cool, isn't it? I do like the cheats as well. I think it was like an episode of maybe Coronation Street or something like that. Loads of people after a live episode were posting hundreds of pictures. Like, you're seeing where lines are everywhere. Like the stuff you don't see on a normal telly where it's recorded. It's like there's just a live episode. It's just full of papers everywhere with everybody's lines on. So what?
I've done a short film. A couple of months ago, and I got on the set, and the director said, "Oh, the whole lines, like your lines have changed, your dialogue." So I was like, "Oh, but learn these within an hour." I was like, "Eh." It was like 3-4 pages. He goes, "Anyway, learn as much as you can, and then because the way the camera's facing you, we'll put the script on the table for you, and we'll pretend you're cleaning the table. So when you need to look down, then look up." So that works good.
That is very clever, very crafty and very clever. What feedback have you got from any viewers from your work?
I keep getting like stopped in the streets and everywhere really, and saying, "Oh, you were that lad on Happy Valley. Your performance was amazing." It's like yours, and from your stare that you give each other was so powerful that I just hooked on the edge of our feet. That was really good. Off the producers and obviously the directors and the actors of Happy Valley, complimenting how like they thought I done for my first ever acting gig was amazing.
Oh, that's really, really nice, mate, isn't it? It's nice when you're getting complimented off your fellow actors as well, isn't it? Like, it must give you a right buzz that when you come off set.
Oh, I was buzzing for ages. To be honest, it still doesn't feel real because of what I've accomplished in the last 9 months is like unbelievable.
Oh, that's amazing,
like,
mate.
It takes some people a good few years to get where I am.
Yeah. Again, I just want to say, first of all, massive congratulations on getting a role on Pterodactyl. Can you elaborate on the part you play and what it's going to be about?
I'm playing like an army guy who goes into the woods. I can only say so much, to be honest, because it's obviously still in the making.
No problem.
And it's about a couple of squads going in after the pterodactyls and basically fighting pterodactyls. There's Pterodactyl 1 out, so this is the sequel. So if you go and watch number 1, you'll understand number 2. That's all I can say.
No worries. So it's another cheerful program. Hopefully this time you don't end up with a sore back after it. And what is one show that you'd love to work on?
One show I'd love to work on. Yeah, Hollyoaks, fine.
Hollyoaks. Does some big things for people, the soaps, doesn't it?
I know.
There's a lot of things come out of the soaps. You often see them on I'm Miss 11 a few years' time. Would you do I'm Miss 11?
Nah. I feel like Katie Corley's. I'd do that SES one.
Oh, I've seen that. It looks well cool, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll do that one.
I've seen is it what's he called? Joey Essex. I think he did last 5 minutes, didn't he? What are your plans for the future? What you got coming up other than Pterodactyl?
I've got Part 2 coming up. That's a feature film. I've been invited to do 1 episode on a new series called Swipe. What else have I got? So I've obviously got Flash and Santi starts filming in 12 weeks' time. I think so far.
No. How long do you normally give yourself between different sets that you would be doing?
I'll just get as much right as I possibly can, to be honest. I'll just work around what dates I've got available. And then if I see something within them dates, what I'm free, I'll just speak to my agent and say I'm free them dates and then go from there.
That's cool. That's so you could literally finish one set on a Wednesday and go straight back in on a Thursday and do a whole new character.
Yeah.
That must be really cool for your working week because you don't know what you're doing by Friday.
Exactly. So I've done a few short films and a few short films, sorry. And like there were films between like Wicken and the Limehouse Werewolf. So when I was on set for Limehouse Werewolf, like 2 days later I'd be somewhere like I could be down Manchester. And then when I was on Wicken I was like in York, but then down London the next day, you know what I mean?
Well, it's a lot of travelling. Do you drive as well or would you normally just train everywhere?
Drive.
You drive? Oh, just as well, isn't it? But you get sick of motorways though. Motorways and service stations. What advice would you give to an aspiring actor?
Don't give up.
That's a very good bit of advice.
I never ever thought I'd be where I am today. If you asked me this time last year, I'd just laugh at you. But
that is really cool. And then finally, where can people find you on your socials?
I've got Instagram, which is waynedobsonoffcial. Twitter, waynedobson999. And that's all I've got.
Oh, lovely. And is there anything else that I haven't mentioned or anything that you'd like to mention before we wrap this up?
I've got a film coming out soon called Night Girls.
Oh.
Google it.
That's very, very cool.
That is a good one, that one. I enjoy doing that one.
So when does that one come out?
I don't know the exact date, but if you check on my IMDb page, Wayne Dobson, and then go on to Night Girls, and then it'll come up there. But obviously, if you follow us on my socials, and then I keep updating that every day and every week. So.
Oh, brilliant! Well, Wayne, thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure speaking to you, and I hope you've enjoyed it. How have you found it?
I loved it, man. Enjoyed it.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. No worries, and all the very best for your future work, and hope people just keep still enjoying Happy Valley. So yeah, I'll hopefully speak to you again very, very soon.
And Jimmy, thank you very much.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for it.